Just so you guys know, we are using the Zoom webinar platform. So it's normal that you guys don't have access to the audio or video, but if you do want to ask us a question, please use the chat. You can also use one of the React features to let us know if you want us to unmute you or anything like that.
Okay, I think we're gonna get started. So thank you guys all for coming today. As you know, this is the Canadian Undergraduate Biomedical Engineering Conference 2020. So if you weren't here at the beginning, we ask if you guys could please just change your names on Zoom to include your school at the end, just so we kind of know where everyone's from and we can sort through people a little bit better if you guys have any questions. Okay, so what is CUBEC? So as I just said, this is the Canadian Undergraduate Biomedical Engineering Conference. We started this because we realized there's this common concern amongst undergraduate students wanting to pursue a career in biomedical engineering, the field, and we wanted to address this concern with this conference. So the goal is to provide a platform for academic research groups, industry leaders, and startup companies to showcase their work and opportunities to biomedical engineering and bioengineering students across Canada. And this will allow the students to explore their options and see what is available for them after graduating. So now we just have this quick little video, which you guys may have already seen. Okay. So who are we? So we are the organizing committee. We're the ones who put this all together for you guys. And again, thank you all so much for coming. So I am Nadine Truder. I'm the BME USA co-president, well, one of them. And just to get some acronyms out of the way, BME USA stands for UBC's Biomedical Engineering Undergraduate Student Association, and BUS stands for the Bioengineering Undergraduate Student Society at McGill.
I'm Leah Speller. I am the other co-president of BME USA at UBC.
I'm Aditi Satole, and I'm the BME USA industry representative.
I'm Lena Kozarov, and I'm the Vice President External of BUS.
And my name is Brenda Shen, and I'm the president of BUS. So we make up the organizing committee, and we'll be here with you guys all weekend. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to message us in the Zoom chat. We're all panelists at the moment, and we also have a contact information slide at the end of the presentation if you want to reach out to us through another platform. So you guys might be wondering, how did two student societies on opposite sides of the country kind of come together and hold this large event? So this all started when Nadine and Leah sent me an email in the end of the summer asking to just connect and to set up a chat. We were really looking just to bounce some ideas off of each other, to see what each of our student societies did for the students in our program and to see the differences between our programs. We definitely didn't expect that we would be hosting such a large event. We really were maybe at most thinking of doing a small networking event between UBC and McGill. But after our first Zoom call on August 20th, we decided that we wanted to hold something that would be applicable to all students across Canada. A large reason for that was during our conversations, we noticed that a lot of the confusions and issues that our students were facing were really similar in both of our programs. That being, they didn't really know what to do once they graduated with their bioengineering or biomedical engineering degrees. A lot of us are really sometimes lost with what comes next after university, and especially with such a new field, there's a lot of questions in terms of graduate school and jobs, and we really wanted to be able to provide a platform in which those questions could be answered, as well as displaying all the opportunities across Canada for you as students. So on September 15th, we started reaching out to speakers and sponsors, and just under 2 months later, we are here today at CUBEC.
So CUBEC 2020 has definitely grown a lot bigger from what we initially expected it to and from our initial ideas. So we've had over 300 RSVPs from students at universities across Canada as well as worldwide. And we have over 25 guest speakers, panelists, and professionals who have volunteered their time to attend this event and share their experiences and knowledge with us. And we are grateful to everyone for their participation.
Next, we'd like to thank the UBC School of Biomedical Engineering and the McGill Department of Bioengineering for sponsoring CUBEC 2020. This conference would not be possible without them. Every member of the organizing committee is a part of either one of these programs, so they are very special to us. We will be sharing some more information about the UBC School of Biomedical Engineering and the McGill Department of Bioengineering to showcase how amazing these programs truly are. Moving forward, what is bioengineering? Bioengineering uses analytical methods to quantitatively describe biology. It also draws upon the sophistication of living systems as a tool to design and create. This very rapidly growing research area covers a broad range of topics such as material science, biomedical applications, biophysics, molecular biology, and environmental engineering, and involves the implementation of knowledge from various engineering disciplines, such as life sciences and medicine.
We wanted to give you a little bit of a background on McGill Department of Bioengineering. It was established in 2012, which makes it the newest department to join the Faculty of Engineering at McGill. It includes 7 Canada Research Chairs and many associate colleagues from the faculties of Medicine, Science, and Environmental Sciences. It's a very interdisciplinary department and really focuses on collaboration between various groups. We wanted to highlight a special milestone which occurred on June 26, 2020, just this summer, when the Department of Bioengineering's Bachelor of Engineering program was officially accredited by the Canadian Engineering Accreditation Board. This was something that a lot of years of hard work with collaborations with many people came towards, and it was just a really amazing moment for our department and something that we're really proud that happened. So within the Department of Bioengineering, there are 2 programs, the Undergraduate Studies Program and the Graduate Studies Program.
So to begin, the Undergraduate Program of Bioengineering at McGill University is designed to provide students with fundamental knowledge in natural sciences and engineering and mathematics as they relate to the field of bioengineering. The undergraduate program is fresh, new, exciting, with an amazing community, and Brenda and I are proud to be a part of this community.
The Department of Bioengineering also offers graduate studies, both a master's and PhD program. The program permits students to pursue research across a range of disciplines as it intersects with multiple engineering departments and faculties within McGill. It really focuses on interdisciplinary work and connection. Within the graduate program, students are constantly developing cutting-edge research across many fields, and shows that McGill is an innovative school that is really pushing the research world. Lena, I think you're muted.
Sorry, moving forward, we would now like to introduce the 3 streams offered by McGill Undergraduate Bioengineering Program. The first stream is the Biological Materials and Mechanics, which examines properties such as forces, work, and other physical aspects of biological systems, from single proteins to whole organisms. Investigating these defects and properties allows students to learn about a vast variety of diseases, from cancers to neurodegenerative disorders, introducing them to the field of interdisciplinary medicine. From an engineering perspective, the remarkable mechanics of natural biological materials are used as sources of inspiration for next generation synthetic materials. Students pursuing this stream will be prepared for a wide range of careers, from medical applications to materials engineering. This second stream is biomolecular and cellular engineering, which applies the methods of engineering to quantitatively measure, model, design, and synthesize biological systems. Additionally, it develops techniques to image and manipulate biological systems at the molecular scale, allowing students to grasp the principles of cellular processes. Students will use this knowledge to build systems that exploit the design elements of biology, thereby preparing them for careers in health, manufacturing, materials, energy, and sustainability. And lastly, biological information and computation introduces students to the fundamentals of imaging and interactions of artificial instrumentation and devices with biomolecules, cells, and tissues. Students will also learn how to operate state-of-the-art scientific infrastructure and design, as well as develop new equipment. In so doing, students will be prepared for careers in industry of instrumentation and devices for health, such as diagnostics, genomics, and bioanalytics, and for life sciences, such as the environment and the food industry.
Within the Department of Bioengineering hosts the Graduate Research Program. It's actually a joint program between the department in the Faculty of Engineering as well as the Department of Biomedical Engineering in the Faculty of Medicine. This joint program is known as the Biological and Biomedical Engineering Program, shortened as BBME. This interfaculty program supports a growing trend in research universities towards formalized interdisciplinary studies and multi-faculty collaboration. On the right, we just have some examples of some of the faculty members, and we just really wanted to highlight some of the really amazing work that they've been doing. Dr. Amin Kamin runs the Viral Vectors and Vaccines Bioprocessing Lab and also holds the Canada Research Chair for Bioprocessing Viral Vaccines. His latest project has been actually the development of the COVID-19 vaccine. Outside of this, he also does work in regards to viral vectors for gene delivery and also cell culture engineering. Another project that he's passionate about is bioprocessing optimization and scaling methods. Dr. Georgios Mitsis runs the Biosignals and Systems Lab at McGill and does work in regards to computational oncology as well as modeling nonlinear time varying systems. He also focuses a lot on cerebral hemodynamics and the using multimodal neuroimaging data to help model connectivity networks within the brain. Finally, Dr. Sarah Masheed works with the Nanomedical Devices for Point of Care Diagnostics and Therapeutics Lab and really focuses on using nanomaterials for biosensing as well as various lab-on-a-chip devices, which include cancer detection applications.
Moving forward, as a student at McGill, I can definitely say this university has a wide variety of clubs, committees, design teams, competitions, all found within the lovely city of Montreal. To begin, AGIM McGill is a multidisciplinary design team with an aim to design a system using interchangeable biological parts and standard molecular biology techniques in order to compete at the annual AGIM competition. McGill Biodesign is another design team and has two current design projects running, the water filtration backpack and the air purification lily pad, with an overall purpose to serve the field of healthcare through contributions to the biotechnology community. An exciting competition that McGill includes is the McGill Dobson Cup, as it's McGill's flagship startup competition that brings emerging McGill entrepreneurs together to compete for over $200,000 in prize money. During our startup panel, you'll have a chance to speak with Michael Felon, McGill alumni, founder of Elephant Medical, and a past winner of the Dobson Cup. Moving forward, one of the most amazing clubs that McGill has to offer is the McGill Biomedical Engineering Club, which is a student-run society with the objective of fostering and expanding the interest of biomedical field across McGill students. And lastly, one of the best parts of being a McGill student is living in the city of Montreal, which is full of exciting events, experiences, and opportunities.
So I want to just introduce myself again. My name is Leia, along with Nadine and Aditi. We are going to be representing the School of Biomedical Engineering today, our second co-title sponsor. So the School of Biomedical Engineering, also known as SBME. At UBC, we have 13 disciplines of engineering, all starting in second year. Something unique about the Biomedical Engineering program is we actually begin in first year in a program called the Pre-Biomed program. So biomedical engineering technologies have improved and extended lives, with the best of disciplines coming together to unravel today's most pressing health challenges and questions for the betterment of society. Composed of over 30 faculty members, SBME aims to lead Canada in biomedical research, education, and translation. They want to be the place to watch internationally for the next wave of technologies that will transform medicine. So again, similar to McGill, we are a pretty new program. Created in 2017 through a partnership between the Faculty of Applied Science and the Faculty of Medicine at UBC, along with the help and leadership of the Government of British Columbia. SBME is UBC's first interfaculty school and works as Canada's living laboratory for new models for convergent research and education. With access to world-leading research infrastructure and close partnerships with research-intensive hospitals, such as Vancouver General Hospital, as well as local industry, SBME aims to provide a clear route from the discovery of new fundamental biomedical technologies to innovative application and development to benefit human health.
So SBME has many amazing faculty and staff. Some of the main directors of the program include Dr. Payam Zahidi, who is the Director of Strategic Planning and Operations, Dr. Peter Zanstra, who is the Director of the School of Biomedical Engineering. He will be giving a keynote speech tomorrow, so definitely come check that out. Dr. Karen Chung is the Director of the Graduate Program and also Associate Director, and Dr. Peter Krypton is the Director of the Undergraduate Program and also Associate Director of the school. Dr. Peter Krypton will be giving a keynote speech later today about the future of biomedical engineering, so definitely stick around to hear him. We are very glad to have all these amazing people because without them, SBME would not be the program that it is.
I'm looking to incorporate my love for medicine as well as my love for engineering and put them together to create innovative ideas and solutions to real-world problems. I'm Jade and I'm a second-year biomedical engineering student.
In the School of Biomedical Engineering, we're providing students with a strong basis in biology and engineering so that they'll have the skills to solve problems in the medical areas. We're looking for students who embrace challenge because we know that they'll make huge impact in their future careers. I'm Karen Chung. I'm the Director of the Graduate Program in the School of Biomedical Engineering.
I'm really inspired to help a lot of people, and I really love engineering, and this is why I chose biomedical engineering as my specialty. I really want to design prosthetic legs for amputees and for patients with congenital defects. My name's Nikolai, and I am a third-year biomedical engineering student.
Students really love the creativity of the program. I think the visionary aspects of the program, really it tests their knowledge in a bunch of different fronts, and really this intersection of all of these different fields allows them to be on the cutting edge of technology and of medicine. My name is Jenna Esperich. I'm an instructor in the School of Biomedical Engineering.
The kinds of students we're attracting to the program are going to be very nimble, very flexible, and they're not afraid of always having to learn more.
My dad's a mechanical engineer. He encouraged me to start looking at biomedical engineering because he had heard lots about it and he knew that I was really interested in the biological sciences. I'm Gabrielle. I'm a third-year biomedical engineering student.
There's no one prediction for what these students will be working on in the future, but building those strong skills in critical thinking and creative problem solving is really what we aim to do with the program, and I think what the students will come away with.
To be a successful biomedical engineering student, you need to be really hardworking and dedicated to this field. Being a really new field, I think it has a lot of room for innovation, and you need to have the entrepreneurial mindset. My name is Jay, and I'm a third-year biomedical engineering student specializing in cellular bioengineering.
The professors are very caring. They really want to interact with all the students in the biomed program, and they are very helpful.
All our work has been really collaborative. Our community has been really supportive.
They'll have a strong basis for collaborating with biologists, with engineers in other fields, and really be at the interface of all these exciting areas.
Biomedical engineering has changed the way I think about medicine. It's made me realize that medicine isn't just doctors and nurses. Biomedical engineering has changed the way I think about how anything is designed.
At the end of the day, it makes you a better person because you are the bridge between two worlds.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and I hope it played okay. So next we're going to just talk about the undergraduate program here at UBC. So similar to McGill's undergraduate program, we have some streams that the biomedical engineering students can choose from. And this just stems from the nature of biomedical engineering just being such a broad and diverse field. And this allows the students to kind of choose which aspect of biomedical engineering they want to focus on. So at UBC, the students get to choose which stream they go into at the end of their second year, and then they actually start taking the courses in that stream in their third, fourth, and fifth year. So the streams are cellular bioengineering, biomedical systems and signals, biomedical informatics, and biomechanics and biomaterials. So we're going to tell you a bit about what each one is. So I am in cellular bioengineering personally, and this looks at the molecular and cellular level of the body, and we get an understanding of that. And these students combine chemistry, biology, mathematics, and engineering. And this knowledge is used and we apply the engineering methodologies we have learned and mathematical models and analysis. And then these molecular and cellular processes are then used to develop and design things such as therapies, treatments, and more, with the ultimate goal of improving human health. So some examples of things you can do with cellular bioengineering. This range from gene therapy, synthetic biology, tissue engineered organs, there's protein engineering and nucleic acid engineering, and then also things like drug development and drug delivery systems. Okay, so the next one is biosystems and signals. So these students, they use biosignals, which are just some signal that is produced by the body as a result of an event that occurs in the body. An example is a beating heart, brain activity, or muscle contraction. And then these biosignals can be measured and analyzed. So these students learn about the theory behind robust design of electrical systems and hardware, and applications include things such as sensing, imaging, wearable, and embedded device technology.
So the next stream is biomedical informatics, also known as bioinformatics, and this is the stream I'm in personally. So bioinformatics combines biology, computer science, math, engineering, and statistics to analyze and interpret biological data, hence allowing us to decode highly complex biological processes. So I would say this is very generalized, but it splits into two main streams, this being the clinical informatics side and the cellular informatics side. On the clinical side, it's more the use of patient healthcare information to understand disease and pathophysiology and then improve healthcare outcomes overall. On the cellular side, it's more looking at the big data processing of DNA and protein sequences, thus allowing us to find patterns, helping us diagnose and create new treatments.
The next stream is biomechanics and biomaterials, which is the stream I'm a part of. So biomechanics and biomaterials combines biology, anatomy, mathematics, and engineering. The goal is to learn the role of mechanics in injury and disease in order to design better prevention and treatment approaches. We also look at the interaction between natural and synthetic materials and biological systems to help us achieve the goal of designing better prevention and treatment. Applications of this stream include medical devices ranging from implants and surgical instrumentation used in various types of tissues to safety devices and prosthetics. Next up, we're going to be talking about the graduate program that the School of Biomedical Engineering offers. There are 3 different options for students to explore graduate studies. So there's a Master of Applied Science, Master of Engineering, and a Doctor of Philosophy, aka PhD. The Master of Engineering is a 12 to 16-month program aimed at helping students enhance their professional skills. It emphasizes the clinical and industrial aspects of biomedical engineering. The program consists of a combination of coursework as well as internship or co-op experience. Many of the students who graduate from this program go on to become practicing clinical engineers.
Okay, so while the Masters of Engineering has both coursework and work, so like internship and co-op experience, the Masters of Applied Science is more research-based. So this is a 2-year research-based program. And then the graduates from this program are qualified for a variety of career routes, including continuing on to a PhD program, as well as pursuing research and development positions in industry, hospitals, and other institutions. So then speaking of the PhD, this has some research base and some coursework, And in total, this is a 4-year program. And these students have lots of access to funding opportunities, which is great. And then these graduates find employment at academic institutions and in high-level research and development positions in industry and other institutions.
Okay, so what is life like at UBC? At UBC, one of the great things we have is a plethora of design teams. We have over 30 different engineering design teams, including multiple biomedical ones such as BEAR, MIST, BEST, as well as iGEM, as Lena described earlier, that McGill has. In SBME, in the undergraduate program, we currently have 250 students with an incoming cohort of about 120 students per year. Yet we are a new program, so this is just beginning, hence our lower numbers. Another really fun fact about UBC is that we are #1 in Canada for research and sustainability. Now, one of the best parts about UBC, again, is being located in the city of Vancouver, BC. So just from my window in my room, I am surrounded by the mountains and the oceans, and the ocean, being able to see both. We have the downtown skyline and skiing all around us, and it's just a really great city to live in. So that's the conclusion of our co-title sponsor presentations, and we are now going to move forward into discussing the plan for today.
Alrighty, so we just wanted to briefly outline some of the really amazing sessions we have lined up for you guys all today. You can feel free to drop in and out of any of them. Obviously, we highly suggest you guys come to as many as you can. They're all very different and all try to target a different potential future opportunity in bioengineering and biomedical engineering, but it'll be on the same link all day, so you can just hop back onto this one for whichever sessions that you find interesting. So we have the opening remarks coming up right now. We're right in the middle of it. So again, thank you guys for being here for that. Right after that, we will be having our first keynote presentation of the day. It will be by Dr. David Junker. He is the chair of the Department of Biomedical Engineering in the Faculty of Medicine at McGill University. He is a principal investigator at the McGill and Genome CUBEC Innovation Center, as well as holding the Canada Research Chair in Bioengineering. His lab is the Micro and Nanobioengineering Lab, and he focuses on conducting research into the invention and development of technology in micro and bioengineering. Some of that work includes the rapid diagnostic COVID testing that his lab has recently been focused on, as well as other projects such as cell patterning, organ-on-a-chip devices, and soft brain implants. He also has multiple spin-offs that have come out of his lab and have become their own startup companies, with some of their technologies even being used at the International Space Station. So that's some of the really great work that he's been doing, and in his keynote, he'll be discussing more about his research as well as his journey into biomedical engineering. What you'll notice with a lot of our speakers both days is that most of them don't actually have undergraduate degrees in bioengineering or biomedical engineering. A big part of that is because they probably didn't exist when they were in their undergrads, especially since this field is so new. So it'll be really interesting to see how each of our presenters were able to kind of find their way into this field when they all have varying backgrounds, such as electrical engineering or physics or something like that. So he'll also be discussing the next steps of his research in his lab, as well as where he sees the future of biomedical engineering and bioengineering taking.
So our next event of the day is going to be our academia research panel and a Q&A session. So the way this is going to work is each of our 4 presenters are going to give a 5 to 10 minute presentation about their research, and then it's going to open up into a Q&A session about research in biomedical engineering overall, as well as particulars about their research if you're interested. So our first presenter here is Dr. Gabrielle Lamb. She is an assistant professor of teaching at UBC and with a focus on biomaterials. Dr. Lamb has a PhD in biomedical engineering from the University of Toronto, and her focus was harnessing the oxygen sensing machinery of cells to drive vascularization of injectable microtissues. So in her current role at UBC, Dr. Lamb mostly focuses on designing new curriculum and courses with a particular interest in integrating experiential learning opportunities to improve student development and self-directive learning. Our second presenter on this panel is going to be Dr. Zara Mousavi. Dr. Mousavi is one of Canada's top 100 most powerful women in science. She is the Director of Biomedical Engineering at the University of Manitoba and also a Canada Research Chair in Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Musavi focuses on biosignals, researching how the Alzheimer's diagnosis process as well as the treatment. She also focuses on obstructive sleep apnea, using signals analysis to provide early diagnosis, rehabilitation, and monitoring techniques to patients.
After that, we'll also have Dr. Brandon Shah. He is a professor at McGill University and also holds the Canada Research Chair in Computational and Systems Biology. His work really focuses around molecular models of cellular machines and circuits, as well as conducting computational analysis of structural and systems biology. He also does a lot of work in regards to comparative and evolutionary analyses of both proteins and genes. We also have Dr. Caroline Wagner, who is a recent addition into the Department of Bioengineering. She runs the Biofluids and Global Health Lab and has been doing work in regards to biomaterial design and characterization for disease applications, as well as population level and within host models of infectious diseases. So the academic panel will start with some brief introductions and presentations by our 4 speakers, and then we'll have a guided question period by our moderator, just talking a little bit about biomedical engineering, bioengineering, as well as some of their research topics. At the end, there will be an open Q&A, so you guys can feel free to ask any questions related to both their research and also just how they ended up in biomedical engineering and how you can get involved with research.
Okay, so after that panel, we will have a half-hour break, and then this brings us to 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EST. And this is where we will have our keynote speaker for today, which is Dr. Peter Krypton. And as we mentioned earlier, he's the director of the Undergraduate Biomedical Engineering Program at UBC School of Biomedical Engineering. He's also a principal investigator at ICORD and the Center for Brain Health in Vancouver. He is an instructor at UBC and also does a lot of research on the prevention of spinal cord injuries as well as hip and brain injuries. And this is all done via mechanical and computational models of the body. This will be an interesting presentation, so come out to that.
Next up, we have our graduate student panel where Laura, Jeannie, and Emma will share their experiences in graduate school. Laura has a background in chemical engineering and is currently a PhD candidate at UBC. Jeannie has a background in electrical engineering, has completed a Master of Applied Science, and is currently a PhD candidate also at UBC. She's also been very involved in student government extracurricular groups for multiple courses.
Emma Jameson has a background in bioengineering at McGill and is currently an MD candidate at Western University. And all 3 of these students will share their experiences as graduate students, as well as how they chose to go into academia and their research.
All right, so then at the end, we're going to have a social. So after you guys have been doing a lot of listening, we thought we would give you a chance to talk to each other. And during this pandemic, obviously, a lot of us are lacking the social aspect. So we think it'd be really great if everyone can come out, and this will give you a chance to meet the peers, the people who've been listening, other people who have the same passion as you across Canada and worldwide. So this will be later, and we will also distribute the link later so you guys can all join. And how this works, you basically come on and you get a little avatar, and there's a map, and you walk around. And if you get close to another avatar, you can then interact with that person and talk to them. It's really fun. And also there will also be games to play in GatherTown. If that's something you guys are interested in, you guys can play together. It'll be a great time.
Sorry, I needed to unmute myself. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or concerns throughout the day, please feel free to contact us. In the Zoom little chat box, I believe you can send a message to all panelists. So please send a message to that. If you're able to send a message to one of us individually, go for it. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions or concerns, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Another option is emailing our email address, cubec.chair@gmail.com. We will all be monitoring this throughout the day, and again, getting back to you as soon as possible. Lastly, make sure to follow us on our social media. You can check out our website if you want any more information. We have Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and keep up to date because more events will hopefully be coming to you soon.
So again, we just wanted to thank our sponsors of CUBEC 2020. Again, our title sponsors, the McGill Department of Bioengineering and the UBC School of Biomedical Engineering. We also have our gold sponsors, Providence Healthcare Research Institute and the CCRM, which is the Center for Commercialization of Regenerative Medicine. They will both be more featured tomorrow in our industry portion. And in the opening remarks of day 2, they'll be giving a brief presentation on what they do, as well as where they see technology in the future of healthcare and medicine. Also, one last thank you to the McGill Engineering Student Center and Student Society of McGill University, who also helped make this event possible.
So, raffle time. Just a quick overview of the raffles prizes at the event. So we will be drawing 3 raffles each day, one at the opening remarks, which is right now, one at the closing remarks, as well as one at a random session during the day. So if you want to win a raffle prize, definitely come to our events. The prizes include CUBEC merch, bamboo cutlery, as well as a $50 gift card to a local store in your area. If your name is called, please message the CUBEC committee if your name is announced, so that we can relay the proper information and get your information for mailing, etc. So this morning's winner is Sarah. So Sarah, please message us, and yeah, we will get you sorted.
Sorry, to clarify, there is 2 Sarahs in the group. It is the Sarah with no last name. So if your Zoom name is just Sarah, that's you.
Lena, I think you're muted.
Yeah, and lastly, I'd like to offer some pro tips from the committee. The first tip is to take breaks. This is a really long conference, and in order to get the most out of each event, we're going to be giving 5 to 10-minute breaks between each session. So make sure to take full advantage of those by eating snacks, meals, and staying hydrated. The next tip is to ask our speakers any questions you may have, but if you don't want to ask the speakers directly, you can always message either Brenda, Didi, Leah, Nadine, or myself, and we can ask the speakers on your behalf. If you're passionate about a certain speaker, make sure to jot down their contact information, as they would be happy to get in touch. Lastly, have fun and join us at our social tonight, where you can meet fellow biomedical engineering students from across Canada. I'd like to thank you guys again for listening to our introductions, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day at CUBEC.
Alrighty, so we have about 20 minutes until our first keynote presentation with Dr. Junker. So we're just gonna kind of let everyone grab a snack and just take a little bit of a screen break before we get right into that presentation. So we will see you guys back here at 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. PST. We'll have this Zoom link open all day, so even during the breaks, if you guys have any questions at all, we'll all be here. We received some questions. We'll take this section now to answer any questions you may have, but we did get a few questions from the audience during the opening remarks, so I will, I guess, let Leah answer the first question that was asked.
Oh, sorry, that's totally up to Nadine or someone. I just clicked live so that they knew we were going to answer it, not ignore their question.
Yeah, so sure, we can answer it. So the question was, at UBC, what is the difference in pursuing biomechanics specialization in the biomedical engineering versus the biomedical specialization in mechanical engineering? So in case people don't quite get that, so you can go into mechanical engineering and electrical engineering at UBC, and then there's a biomedical specialization, or you can just go straight into biomedical engineering. So the difference is, in mechanical engineering, you will get a really good fundamental in the mechanical portion, and you'll have a great understanding of that. And then the biological aspect that you get is definitely a lot less than you get in biomedical engineering. So if you're more interested in the mechanical portion of it, then maybe that's the option for you. But if you want to have a better understanding of the biology, then that's when you would go into biomedical engineering.
I've also just sent a very lengthy answer to the person who asked the question. I'm biased. I definitely picked biomedical over mechanical, and I think it was great because biomedical gave you a very solid foundation in all the streams. Like our second year was like cellular courses, systems and signals, informatics. Like it gives you that foundation, and then you specialize. And like I think it's a good mix. Our second question is, what made each of you decide to pursue biomedical engineering? Who would like to start?
Go for it.
Okay, so I decided to pursue biomedical engineering because I've always been interested in the health sciences, medicine, wanted to be a doctor since I was very little. And when it came time for university, my dad is an engineer, so he kind of pushed me towards engineering. And once I looked more into the program, it seemed very interesting in that biomedical engineering and engineering in general is very practical, like applying, I guess, the theory. So that really drew me towards it.
I can go
All right.
next.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, I can go next. So similarly to Aditi, I also was really interested in medical sciences. I also wanted to be a doctor, but me too. Both my parents are engineers, so they pushed me more towards like the engineering side. And I'm very, very glad that I did choose it because I find that it's a lot more applicable and you can just do a lot more with this degree. Plus, I've always really liked math and physics and mechanics. I'm also a biomechanics like specialization, so this is definitely gives me a chance to do everything that I'd like. And specifically McGill Bioengineering, I chose because the engineering community at McGill is just amazing, and McGill as a school overall is just really, really fun.
Okay, I can go next. I think we might all have very similar things then. Yeah, I really liked biology, medicine. I really wanted to do something where I can help other people. I think that's a huge portion of biomedical engineering. But also then I really liked the engineering portion of it. I like the design, I like the mathematics, like the physics, all that type of thing. So for me, this just kind of put everything together.
I guess I'll take the next why I chose bioengineering. Yeah, I think mine's a little bit different because I don't actually love biology that much. But I think I wanted to do something. I was really stuck between doing like life sciences because my mom told me to, and doing like a management or commerce degree. And so I thought doing biomedical engineering would be kind of the best mix of those two and would give me like the most potential future career options after I was done my undergrad. And I think like personally, I think once I'm done my studies, I'll probably be going into more of a consulting type position. So yeah.
Okay, I'd say I'm more like Brenda as well. I don't like I'm not a huge biology fan, and I really don't like medicine and like bodies. Hence, I'm in bioinformatics, which is more the computer side of things. So the reason I chose biomedical engineering was I was really inspired by a biomedical engineer I met, and she's the one who sort of introduced me to the field and made me realize that that's what I wanted to do, because I really had no idea what I wanted to do, whether I was like thinking engineering, pharmacy, science, all the different things. I like math and physics, and I found biomedical engineering is what encompasses that the best. So, and I chose UBC because Vancouver and the school, and it was just lovely. Does anyone else have any questions? They can be general about us. They can also just be about the conference if you have questions about the weekend. If not, we can take like a 10-minute break. Everyone can go get ready.
Cool. I guess we will see you guys back in about 10 minutes. I'll put up the slide for our next presentation. This next one we're really, really excited for, so definitely try to make your way out for that. And yeah, thank you guys again for coming to our opening remarks, and we hope to see you a lot during the next 2 days.